Hello and welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. So excited to introduce you guys to these two lovely ladies next to me. I have Nikki Letcher and Malia Denali, and they are with the Paint Mixer. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you, Chelsea, for having us on this morning.
It is so great to have you guys here. And Nikki is the co-founder of the Paint Mixer.
Correct.
And Malia is one of her instructors there. And I was lucky enough to hang out with these guys on Saturday. And this was a pretty cool experience, and I didn't really know what to expect. You were nice enough to invite me to come hang out with you guys, and it was a party. I wasn't really expecting that. We had drinks going, and painting, and music playing, and Malia was awesome walking around helping us make the final touches, and I couldn't draw my lines at one point. I was having a hard time with that, and she was so helpful to go around and assist everyone. But that's kind of give you a little idea of what we experienced. So I'm going to show you guys my painting here in just a second. But before we get to that, let's talk all about the Paint Mixer. Where did this idea come from? It's such an awesome concept.
Well, the Paint Mixer is Park City's premier paint and wine studio, and I had visited several across the country and kind of combined two different concepts. One is offering art to the community in a fun, entertaining, social way. And then the other part which I wanted to incorporate was the wine instruction. Too often wine instruction is in a more stuffy environment, people feel a little intimidated, and I thought this could be the perfect setting for once people are relaxed and having fun to educate them on wine. And we've also teamed up with our local brewery, Uinta. So we do always have a featured red wine, a featured white wine, and we do educate the audience on what they're drinking, obviously at adult-specific classes. And then we do also cater to kids as well.
And I love that. And you cater to every level as well, not just adults versus kids, but I'm around a beginner, but we had some people there that were professionals. Malia, what is it like teaching a class where you have someone like me versus there was a woman there who was really good? How does that work?
It's just such a beautiful sociological experiment every time. I feel like since we've started, the minute people get into the class, a camaraderie starts immediately. There's nothing too competitive about it. And I found, in the class you attended specifically, people started to pick and pull from each other and their strengths and weaknesses. So
I know. Well, I was always looking at other people. I'm like, what are they doing? Oh, I want to try that.
Yes, absolutely.
It was so much fun.
Oh, excellent.
So what is it like teaching? So kind of give our audience an idea. You're up there on a kind of a platform. You have a painting up there, and what happens?
It's a 2 to 2.5 hour instructional. We call it a class in the sense that we instruct you, but other than that, there are no grades or anything.
Thank goodness.
Exactly. I walk the class through a series of different steps and stages to get to different paintings. During the time that we paint, we play a whole variety of music. We have a wonderful hostess that attends to anyone's needs at that time. And when the music goes down, I give a little instruction, and then we kick the party back up. And I'm so overwhelmed with the consistent results of amazing imagery that's coming out of it.
It was so fun. I loved hearing people say, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe I finished this." And
Yes.
I actually did this, and you get a great sense of accomplishment while you're hanging out with friends. And I got to meet two friends of Nikki's there that she paired us up with, and it was so fun. And that's what I loved about it, is that you got to you kind of release any inhibitions you have as far as your talents go, as well as socially. You kind of open up to people. How does that work?
Well, I think what's also fun for that is that this caters to people of all ages, from 7-year-old kids up to 80-year-old men. And the fun thing is anyone can come in as a family, as a group. Nobody has to have similar talents. And everyone enjoys themselves for what they are doing. As Malia said, it's not competitive, and everyone really feels a great sense of pride that they actually painted something that truly looks like the instructor's piece of artwork.
Yeah, and we have an image I want to show you guys, if we can pull that up, of the class that I took. And we're in there with all the class, so maybe we'll pull that up in a second. There it is. You can see Malia up there, big smiling in the front. So it was really, really fun. I enjoyed that so much.
And
I know, and there
beaming.
Well,
I'll tell you,
that was so much fun.
as an instructor at the end, that's the greatest results, is if everyone has that image. I know I've done my job pretty well at that point.
And even for you, I was thinking as an instructor, see everyone kind of come out of that on top, because everyone really does.
Absolutely.
It's such a cool result.
And I think the success of it is I do have a cast of phenomenal instructors and artists, and I was a little nervous going into it, but I realized pretty quickly Park City is full of phenomenal artists, and I've been very fortunate with that.
Very true. So along with Malia, how many other instructors do you
We
have?
have about 5 to 6 other instructors. A lot of them have taught in local schools. Anne-Marie Buckland, I have Kelsey Dent, Marley, who's new to the area, and we have some ski instructors, snowboard instructors who are artists themselves.
Nice.
So we have a
That's
great
cool.
group.
Great. Well, let's talk about some of these paintings that we have behind us. I know that you have a calendar online where you guys can actually go out and check out when you're painting which one. Let's talk about a couple of these.
Well, what's been fun is that we have been able to team up with other businesses in town. And for instance, on Thursday next week at 6:30, we've teamed up with Panache. And we're going to be doing this between wine, a fashion show, shopping at Panache, and
How
painting this
appropriate.
great,
I love this.
cute little gals and divas night out for the girls. So come out and join us for that event.
Very fun. And you have like little lipstick, and you guys might notice a lot of these details are very like small, and they do give you the time. You guys are very patient,
Yes.
I think, with all of us in the class. So don't let some of these scare you. And one thing I have noticed, from far away, mine looks better. So when you're up too close,
That's
don't be
key.
afraid by it. So what are one of your favorite scenes to paint? We have a bunch here, Malia.
Well, you know, I honestly, the one I'm really anticipating is the one set for tomorrow on the Single Mingle,
that?
and that would be our Halloween piece
one.
here.
Let's talk
Yes,
about that.
this one is really excellent. You know, I was raised by artists, and they brought me up to Edward Scarry is an excellent illustrator, and he breaks everything down into shapes. And so for this structure, all it is we were talking earlier, how do you get those fine lines in and whatnot? It's all point for point shapes and steps. The background, I think tomorrow is going to be the most fun. I think
that
once
does look really fun.
it's fantastic. You know, once you start really blending on the canvas, you see people's eyes kind of glaze over, and then that's where it's challenging. I have to pull them back.
back here.
The skis have been wonderful. Those are a really fun application that can be easily transferred to snowboard as well. So it's kind of fun for all different types.
And this will be great for UEA with the kids out of
Yes.
school, if people are looking for something to do with their kids. On Thursday at 4 o'clock, we have skis celebrating the beginning of our winter season.
No, but I will say, in my experience of the White Barn that you created and Main Street, these are probably one of the more phenomenal. You are getting an entire semester's worth of crash course in perspective
All in a few
2.5 hours.
And I have to show you guys this
So,
one that
yes,
I
you
did.
do.
Thanks to Malia, I was able to get through this in one piece. So I'm kind of proud of this. I actually finished this.
And it looks
was
like
so fun.
And she was really proud.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
My favorite part was, doing the leaves around here, the fall foliage, and making that look really fun. So all of these are so different. All of the different classes you do in terms of what's being painted that day. And this is just one of those many examples, and it was such a blast. So where can we go to get more information? You have a calendar set up online.
Well, what's great about our calendar is we pretty much have 2 months set up at a time, and it will show every session and what's being painted. And all reservations can be made online. And we're actually giving back to the community has been really important to us, and we so far have done several fundraisers. Our first one was Girl Scouts of Utah, where we actually went to
love
their
the Girl
retreat
Scouts.
up in the
Huge
winters.
success.
And actually what we're going to be painting today is what we did with them, so that's going to be a nice surprise. And then we've teamed up with other local organizations such as Park City Ed Foundation, Jan's Winter Welcome, the Weileman School. November's the month for celebrating Alzheimer's and recognizing a worthy cause. And we are doing a fundraiser for them. And what's great is, although people approach me to do fundraisers, we keep it as an open event, so people from the community who would like to participate and support that cause can register for those classes. And additionally, even into our public schools in town, Park City Volleyball will be doing a fundraiser next month, and it's always up to them to pick the selection of paintings, and we have about 45 unique photos of different canvas paintings that people can look online and select or come into the store at any time.
And it's an easy to find link at thepaintmixer.com. We are also on Facebook as well, The Paint Mixer on Facebook.
Excellent.
So,
And you guys need
yes.
to go online and check out all their fun photos that you have from all the groups. I mean, the one I showed you is just one of the many. These paintings are so fun and colorful. One of my favorites is the vineyard one right here.
Yeah.
That's really fun. And actually, in a couple minutes, we're going to be painting this one. Let's show everyone this. So Malia and I are going to try and pull this off in the limited time we have. But
become a
remember, these
fast
classes
favorite.
take, about 2 hours or more.
2 to 2.5
Yeah,
is
so
what
we're
we
gonna
gauge.
we're gonna do a bunch of that in the next 30 minutes. So we're excited to show you guys that and kind of how the class will work.
Yes.
If you would like to take part in one. So we'll be right back here with more on the Mountain Morning Show, and Malia and I are gonna get our paintbrushes out and start painting.
I can't wait.
I know. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Where's our Mac keep it? So there's never, ever a trace of red on a sidewalk one Sunday morning.